When I had many governors have been defected, or members of the parliament have been defected to APC, I look at it, in my own opinion, as a political nomadism. And also at the same time, I look at it as immaterial. They are wasting their time. Because if you review the election of 2015 and 2023, you come to believe with me that there's no point for this unnecessary political defection. Because Peter Obi was in Abga with us. In 2003, when Peter Obi ran election with Mbanuji and Ngige, Abga doesn't have structure in Anambra State. But going by the election result, we have exhibited at the Election Petition Tribunal, Abga won about 17 local government out of 21 local government in Anambra State. On the genuine election result, we have exhibited before the Election Petition Tribunal. He doesn't have any structure. We don't have structure. And in 2023, Peter Obi defected from PDP to Labour Party. Labour Party doesn't have one councillor, talkless of member House Assembly or National Assembly or governor or president. But he was able to defeat Tinubu in his own home state, in Lagos State. He was able to defeat the Director General of the Tinubu campaign organization, Simon Lalong, in Plateau State. And Labour was able to defeat the national chairman of APC, Abdullahi Adamu, who was 2 times governor of Nasarawa State, a senator, a sitting national chairman, defeated in his doorstep. Come to the seat of power and defeat APC and PDP in Abuja. All the southeast, where APC has a governor, David Omahi, has a Almighty Hope Ozidima, have Abia State where they have Ojus Okalu, and many others. He defeated all the 5 southeastern states, and he came to the south, defeated Delta, a vice president to Atiku Abubakar, Okowa. Labour won. Almighty Adas Oshomole was defeated in Edo State, a former national chairman of a party, a state senator. You understand? So the experiment is there. Mr. President and the APC, nobody should deceive them. They should go back to the drawing board, take the result of 2015 election, where Buhari defeated an incumbent governor, incumbent president, with all governors, more than 26 governors, on the fall of PDP. All the senators, most of the senators are in the PDP. Buhari hands down defeated Jonathan. Atiku, who has been running for president about 4 times. Now, if you run for president now 5 times, you understand? Shared states with Peter Obi, 12 states. Peter Obi has 12 states, Tinubu has 12 states, and Atiku has 12 states. If not because of Northwest, where I come from, Tinubu could have not become even a candidate of APC. He could have not even become a president. Because during the presidential primaries, El-Rufai, Ganduje, Badaru, Matawale, and this guy from El-Rufai, many of them, and what do you call him? Bagudu. Bagudu was the chairman of the National Convention Planning Committee. It was Northwest who gave Tinubu majority lawful vote to be declared as a candidate of APC. All the delegates of the Northeast voted for Ahmed Lawal. Most of the delegates from North Central voted for Yahya Bello. Most of the delegates from the southeast voted for David Omahi and Rochas, and the south they voted for Rotimi Amechi. The delegate, they vote for southwest. The delegate, because I was there, the delegate for southwest, the vote was splitted between Kayode Payomi, between former vice president Osibanjo and the Tinubu. So the most of the votes, these governors from the northwest, we will have only one aspirant, Ahmed Sani Shinkafi. He got only 2 votes from northwest. You understand? So in the main election, the general election, presidential election, also northwest gave Tinubu more than 2.8 million votes. In the northwest, with all El-Rufai, I took one and defeated El-Rufai there. PDP won Katsina State. PDP won Sokoto State. PDP won Kebbi State. You understand? And NNPP won Kano State. So what I'm advising Mr. President, as a political observer, as a member of APC, he should be very careful with this issue of defection. Mr. President should come back and took his campaign promises and organize a think tank who will advise him how to reach out to the grassroots. Because the election which will take place in 2027, it is political parties versus masses of Nigeria. So the downtrodden masses will decide. And with this issue of a real-time transmission, if it has come to if the National Assembly have passed the bill, it will be very difficult for any political party to rig election.
So you support it?
I support it 100% because I'm an advocate for change. And also I want a transparent election, transparent and credible election to be conducted in Nigeria. When you have voted leaders through genuine ballot box, then they will now also must sure that they represent the will of the people. But when you don't have people when you have leaders who come through the back door, don't expect good governance. So this real-time transmission of result, every respected Nigerian, every responsible Nigerian who is wishing the country well will want this real-time transmission of election result. You know, in the last election, 2023, Supreme Court have made it clear, and even in the Court of Appeal, that AREC is unknown to the law. Even that BIBAS is unknown to the law. Because for you to prove the accreditation of voters using that BIBAS, it has to go along with the manual register. If you want to prove it beyond the reasonable doubt before the court of law, you have to prove it along with the manual register. So that manual register, is a manual, they can easily manipulate it. But that real-time transmission, in a literal meaning of that real-time, it means instant transmission or immediate transmission of data collected. So if it has been incorporated into the amended Electoral Act 2022, you understand? If it has been incorporated into the amended Electoral Act 2026, most of these senators and these governors and members of the House of Reps, and even in the House of Assembly, most of them will not come back. Because some of them come through the back door. But that real-time transmission, which House of Reps passed into law, if the Senate adopted it, most of them who are making unnecessary debate or unnecessary argument will not come back to their seat in the National Assembly. Because 97, Mahmoud Yakubu say there is 97% internet coverage in Nigeria. When you have only 3% of area where there is no network, is it not a shame for a sitting senator inside the National Assembly chamber who said there's no internet network in his community, which I have been there in that community live. I went to Egbere. Egbere, I went there. And I've been using my internet there. If you go to Harpia, you go to almost part of our Abia state, there's internet coverage. And if there's no internet, what was the city senator doing there? Why can't he deploy internet services? You understand how much it will cost him to deploy Starlink in many of these communities? You understand? So the senators, most of the senators are not doing what their constraint brought them to come and do in the National Assembly. I'm telling you, this is my own personal opinion, and I understand, and I stand by it.